Hello, Audience Senator Adam Lord here outside the County Hall in Preston on the first day of Nicola Bulley's inquest. We've just heard the first morning of evidence. Obviously it's a very emotive time for everybody. It started with a quite unusual request from Dr James Aidley, Lancashire senior coroner, in that he had to warn people, given the social media interest and all the stuff that had gone around online around the time of the case, that they would nobody was trying to interrupt the inquest, and that in fact, more than anything, that anybody would try and interrupt the inquest would be in contempt of court. Every seat in the House today has been verified. We've seen people coming up trying to go in and view the inquest. You cannot do that today. You have to have been vetted beforehand. That includes 30 members of the media, as well as any public. And obviously in the chamber as well, you have interested parties, so any witnesses, family, friends, and such like. And we've also seen today, and you may have seen it on the streets of Preston, we've seen police patrolling outside, obviously highly, highly unusual for a case of this nature. But over the next 2 days, County Hall in Preston is sort of the centre of one of the biggest cases we've known in recent times. The disappearance of Nicola back in January captured everybody's attention. There was unprecedented interest in it. And over the next 2 days, Nicola's family, friends, will hope to get some answers and hopefully some closure after what has been obviously a horrible time for them. We've heard from three key sort of witnesses today. First of all, we heard from the pathologist involved. She confirmed, which was sort of the major bit of the news of the morning, I guess, that Nicola did in fact die of drowning. Now, later on in the morning, two other experts have gone into great detail about the nature of that, what that exactly means. And we've had a police diving expert show us video footage and the court images and video footage of the River Wyre, and taking us through the scene, what the water might have been like on that day, and revealing that they're working on the basis that Nicola, at the bench that became sort of infamous with the scene, that Nicola, if she slipped into the water there, the water would have been sort of under 4 degrees Celsius, which would effectively have been freezing. Her body may have then gone into shock, and she could have been conscious for less than a minute, if something like 48 seconds. So that was been the centre of discussion this morning. We've been told categorically that there is no suggestion with any of the evidence that they've heard so far that there is any foul play involved, no third-party involvement suggestion at all in this case, which I know there's lots and lots of speculation around the case, as Dr James Aidley, the Lancashire senior coroner, alludes to. But we have seen that that has been categorically ruled out early on in proceedings here. Now, we have had yet a couple of hours of evidence so far. It started a little late for procedural matters. We are now about to go back in for the afternoon, and we'll be here for the rest of the afternoon. And then we are back tomorrow, where of the sort of 20-something witnesses that have been called to give evidence here over the next couple of days, one of them is Paul Ansell, Nicola's partner, who is in court, along with other members of the family, on what will be a very tough day for them, as they hear what is essentially very sort of intimate detail about Nicola's passing. What has been made crystal clear again, we reported it ourselves, and Dr James Aidley has said it himself as well, that the nature of this is a fact-finding mission. It all relates to facts and finding out how Nicola ultimately came to her sad passing. There'll be no dealing in, as I say, the social media side of things. That was made very clear early in the proceedings. They will not entertain any of these social media. That will not be discussed over the next couple of days. Neither will the conduct or the investigation of Lancashire Police, which is obviously part of a separate investigation. There'll be more to come over the next couple of days, I'm sure. And we've got a live blog running with the latest updates as they come through. But thanks for watching.